Welcome, my name is Mike Martinez. I'm a licensed and bonded public adjuster. What does that mean to you? That means that if you're a homeowner and you're experiencing any kind of damage, whether it's currently what's going on now with the crazy storms that we're getting, or that you've placed a claim over the last 12 months and you weren't satisfied or you were denied. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You know, a lot of times homeowners, for good or for bad, have a blind faith with their insurance companies. You know, every time you put on a TV, you're going to see a commercial that says the insurance companies are going to take care of you. But the fact of the matter is, when you actually place a claim, things are a little bit different, right? I don't know if you've ever placed a home insurance claim, but things start to change. They start looking at the fine print. They start looking at your deductible, and they start telling you, hey, you don't qualify for this reason or that reason. A lot of times it's what you say and the way you express that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you are a homeowner and you have not looked at your policy recently, one of the things that you want to do immediately after looking at this video is pull out your policy. You know why? Because more and more often now, the insurance companies are sliding things into the renewal of the properties that you're not even aware of. And you don't become aware of them until they apply to certain damages. For instance, I recently had a claim here in New Jersey where the young lady had a tree hit her house. Now, she was not aware of, when I looked at her policy, she was not aware of that she had a 5% wind deductible. Now, this is one of the major companies you see on TV all the time, right? But when they got the renewal, and I can tell you, I don't know about you, but I know in my particular case, before I was a public adjuster, I used to, my wife used to say, honey, the new policy came in, put it in the safe. Put it in the drawer, put it in the file cabinet. I never even bothered, honestly, to open it up and look at it because I assumed that it's going to be similar to last year. Maybe the rates went up a little bit, a few dollars, but it's going to be basically what I had last year. But the fact of the matter is, in some cases, there are significant changes that go on. In some cases, there are deductibles that are added, like wind or hurricane deductible, that have a certain percentage, right? And you see, and you say 5%, well, I guess that's not too much, but it's actually 5% of your dwelling costs, right? So if you got a $200,000 house, 5% is $10,000. If you got a $300,000 house, 5% is $15,000, right? So it could be an incredibly, costly mistake not to look at that. And that's what I'm telling you. One of the key things that you want to do is not just have blind faith in the insurance company. I'm glad you have faith in them. But the fact of the matter is, it's a business that's there to produce a profit. And, the way the profit margin is set up in an insurance company, the insurance company needs to make the profit first, then investors, right? Then the agency, and then at the bottom is the homeowner, and then that creates really a conflict of interest, going through all those degrees of profit. And then the homeowner, is he going to be satisfied when he does place a claim? And that is the challenge, right? So what you're going to see is that a lot of times, again, you get these deductibles that are added on. You got a 3 or 4 or 5% deductible due to wind damage, right? So now a storm comes by, a tree falls down, hits your house, and you're looking at a $20,000 deductible, and the insurance company says, well, you know what, unfortunately, you don't even meet the deductible. This is why you need to be prepared. This is why you need to know what's on your policy. A lot of times, they're banking on the fact that most people did what I used to do. Yeah, honey, put it in the safe, right? You don't even bother to open it up and look at it. And what you're going to find is that in the renewals, you'll see the cover letter that says, hey, we made some changes. Because every time the renewal comes due, they're going to make changes. And, we could discuss the changes. If you don't like any of the changes, we could discuss them. If you call us within 30, 40, 45, 60 days, whatever. And when you don't, because you never even looked at it, then it's presumed that you accepted those changes. And when you go to court, that's what it's going to be like. You can't go to court and say, well, wait a minute, I didn't know that I had a 5% deductible for wind, and now I don't have the $20,000. This is why you need to do these things beforehand. And this is why we try to create this awareness. Public adjusters, as an industry, we try to create the awareness that so that you don't fall into the games that are being played. Because trust me, there are a lot of games being played. So the message is this. Number one, take a look at your policy. You know, when the storms are coming, when the storm creates damage, it's not the time to look at your policy. You need to look at the policy beforehand. And secondly, if you placed a claim over the last 12 months and you were denied or you were not satisfied with the return that you got on your settlement, let me know, and maybe we can look at things and see if there was something we could do to reopen that claim and grab some of the money that was left on the table. And if you are considering to place a claim, if you experience some damage or know somebody that has experienced some damage, your best bet is to actually call me up first. Let me look at your policy. There's no cost for me to look at your policy and look at your damage. And there's no cost for you if I start the process of getting you more money. The fact of the matter is that we work just like lawyers. We work on a contingency basis. There's no out-of-pocket cost for you to get this process started. And at the end, when you receive your settlement, our fee comes out of the settlement that you receive. So the bottom line is, what do you have to lose, right? My name is Mike Martinez. Pick up the phone, give me a call if any of those situations apply to you, and I'll be more than happy to work on your behalf to see what we could do to protect you and get you more money. Mike Martinez, pick up the phone, give me a call.